guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another TT23 video. Today we're back in the Madden 17 with our very last ever Madden Schemes video. We're going to try to make this short and sweet because this is honestly the best defense to run in Madden 17 and you guys need to know about it. It was a defense that the original concept was created, I believe, by Joke in the Madden Championship, but I've taken that concept and I've created what I use from it. It's very different, but it's using a similar sub package. I feel like it's the best Madden scheme in defensive, or best defensive scheme in Madden 17. I may not be the best Madden 17 player, or best Madden 17 defensive player, but I feel like it's the best scheme. And I want you guys to be able to take literally the best scheme in Madden 17 and apply it for this last month of the season and work on your adjustments and playing good players, locking up good offenses. Because I know nickel makes defense really easy to play, but honestly, if you can just get in this defense and get comfortable, not necessarily with sending the edge heat, but just getting comfortable with making adjustments, making your look similar every single time that your opponent comes out on offense, and using this nickel look to your benefit, I think it will really help you come Madden 18. Not necessarily from a pressure standpoint. Obviously, nickel's not going to be any good, but I want you guys to have access to one of the top defenses in Madden 17 for the last month of the game, and just learn a little bit more defensively, whether it's concepts or quick adjusting for the rest of the year, and you know, hit Madden 18 running. Absolutely. So let's get into this here. On offense, we're going to take the Patriots. I'm just going to go random shotgun, so random gun. Then on defense, obviously what we're going to be running, a lot of you guys have heard of it. It's going to be the nickel blitz. It's out of nickel normal or nickel 2-4-5 even, or nickel 3-3-5 Sam. It's out of a lot of playbooks. Just make sure that it looks like this. It's going to look exactly like this that's on your screen. If it looks any bit different, it's not a good nickel. It's probably out of nickel just regular 2-4-5, and we don't want that. We want nickel normal, 2-4-5 even, or 3-3-5 Sam. So we're gonna go to our depth chart. We're gonna make a couple adjustments real quickly to start it off. We're gonna come to our cornerbacks at the very first adjustment. We're gonna take our number one corner and get him the heck out of there. We don't want him in there. Sub the other guys up. So we're gonna take Terrence Newman and Captain Munderland at 1 and 2. And then our number 3 is going to be our fastest guy. This is our nickel blitzer. We're going to put our fastest guy, which is Trey Wayne's 95 speed right there. So we got our second and third corners, and then a fast guy in at the cornerback spots. Then we're going to come to strong safety. We want to sub in our number 1 corner, which is Xavier Rhodes in this instance, into strong safety. And then for the second strong safety, we want our original one. So that would be Andrew Sendejo. We just subbed him out. We can keep everything else the same. Honestly, Anthony Barr is one of the best users in the game. I'm going to put him at middle linebacker. I'm going to put him at middle linebacker because that's where I want my user out of this. It's a little difficult with the sub package. Make sure your user is starting at middle linebacker in your depth chart. And then for your defensive line, honestly, the thing that I like to do, especially if you're playing MUT, is get really, really good outside linebackers, play them at defensive end, and get really good defensive ends and play them at defensive tackle. Just a quick little tip that I like to do when you guys see me setting up my MUT team. That's usually what I like to go with. So anyway, we're gonna come to our formation. We're gonna go to nickel, and we're gonna click on the right stick. Click left on the right stick all the way till we get to strong safety linebacker swap. What you're seeing is number 29 now is in the box. That's Xavier Rhodes. He's playing linebacker for us. We are going to use him as an extra DB in coverage. We are going to man up whatever route we feel like helps us the best out of this coverage. And not to mention, we're not going to lose much in terms of run D. Honestly, nickel's actually pretty decent in terms of the run if your opponent telegraphs the run. So anyways, we're going to come out, nickel blitz 2. I'm going to flip it once so it's coming off the right side. This is what it should look like right here. I'm going to be on Anthony Barr pretty much always. This is what you'll see me doing in MUT. So here are the adjustments, and I'm sure you guys know this. It's all down in the description below. It's going to be base align. Watch them base align. Press. They're going to come up. Pinch the D-line. Crash the D-line up. And then this is a huge one that a lot of people don't do. It's going to be pinch your linebackers. And that didn't do it there. Sometimes it doesn't. That stinks. Basically what should happen is Rhodes should come to about right there when you pinch your linebackers. This is about the setup that you want. For whatever reason in regs right now it's not doing it. When they come up to the line, you'll be able to get it pretty much every time in Ultimate Team. Now this is what our play art looks like right now. We can adjust this a little. Personally, I love taking my defensive end and manning him up on somebody, particularly the running back in case he runs out of the backfield. So something that looks a little bit like that. And then I like taking my defensive tackle, putting him in either a spy or a hard flat. Just a few options. For now, we're just going to rush the 5 that we have. Also, to get rid of the soft squats on the outside, play over top. That's Y, and then up on the right stick. Look at this. Now we have cloud flats instead of soft squats. Those actually play a lot better than soft squats in most situations. They stop C routes. They just don't play as inside. And a lot of the time when you face play action, you're going to want cloud flats out there. Anyways, this is what the defense looks like for the most part. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like if it comes screaming in. Basically, it's going to be snapped, and it actually got picked up a little bit there. Play action, it does tend to get picked up. Also in regs, it really does tend to get picked up, but it will absolutely scream if you're playing an ultimate team. Scream. This is the defense that frustrates everybody. And you look, they're not adjusting very well right now. But basically, I've got all my adjustments in for the most part here, and I really want Xavier Rhodes here to be manned up, say, on Chris Hogan over here. That takes away one extra whole route right there. And then if I'm able to man up my defensive lineman, like this is Everson Griffin right there, man him up on Martellus Bennett in case he's on a drag, and then I can put my other defensive tackle in a spy or throw him out in a flat, and then I can maybe man up my left cornerback. Like, I have every area of the field covered right now. Heck, I can make those clouds if I want. Another thing to do, and it's very advanced, is if you want to bluff blitz your safeties, that'll stop high points. That's basically you come over to your safety, and it's right there under your assignment where you'd like switch their assignment. It's just bluff blitz. It's right on the right stick. I don't expect a lot of you guys to be doing that. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. This setup, it is going to absolutely fly in at Tom Brady right here. So we'll show you guys. Look at Trey Waynes come in off the edge. It's never going to be blocked in that sort of situation. It is very nice. Again, they're 5 wide right now, so we're going to scream right here. So we're going to set it all up, and it shouldn't take, honestly, that long. So I just made every adjustment right there that I talked about last time with a few little differences. I manned up Gronk and Amendola with different people this time. So, again, clicking the A button, the snap, it's just going to absolutely scream in at Tom Brady. Block sheds do happen very frequently. Having people with high finesse move and high power move at these right defensive end and defensive tackle spots is going to be really nice. Now, that's just regular nickel. Again, if you need to change things up, which a lot of people know how to pick nickel blitz up, you can just come out in regular Tampa 2, make your adjustments look the exact same, and just continue to rush 4 right here. So we're rushing 4 again, and we'll probably get a block shed. Oh, okay, so the computer's going to motion out LeGarrette Blount. We're going to use her with Anthony Barr again, and we get a nice little block shed, and it comes in quickly. Again, the key is to mess with your opponent and give them different looks. We're going to come in now to choose a new play really quickly, and I want to show you guys something that a lot of people don't do, that a lot of people don't recognize, and that's that you can come to nickel normal and just run buck slant show 2 if you have fast corners on the outside. In regs, you may not, but in MUT, most of the time, you're going to have guys on the outside that can play cover 3 with any wide receiver in the game. And this setup, if you're looking, it's the exact same as nickel blitz. Look at this. There's all my adjustments right there, and for whatever reason, their Rhodes actually finally moved right there. So, whatever reason, he's struggling to move. But right there is exactly what this defense would look like, and I can throw my defensive ends in really whatever I want to put them in. So, if I want to man him up on Amendola in a hard flat, I can do that. I can make him in a cloud if I want out there. So, this is what it looks like, and it's going to come in the exact same as nickel blitz would. It comes in screaming off the right-hand side. That is what we're looking for, this type of heat right here. And again, you can be running this play with, for instance, you can man up Trey Waynes on LeGarrette Blount, and this is a really advanced maneuver here. I don't expect a lot of you guys to do it. You can bluff blitz him too with him manned up on LeGarrette Blount right here. So watch this. There's the bluff blitz. Manned up. Is this? Oh, he's going into a hook. I was gonna say it doesn't look like he's. Okay, actually you can't man up out of that. That stinks. But you can put him in a hook then, or put him. I usually put him in hard flats with a bluff blitz. So, anyways, that's just what it looks like. And yeah, again, here it comes. It's a bluff blitz. He acts like he's blitzing, and then he doesn't, and he covers that area right there. If you were watching Trey Waynes, so an extra man in coverage. Not to mention, it's forcing your opponent to try to block nickel because Obviously, you can't really beat nickel unless you pick it up consistently. At least a good nickel you can't beat. So again, here's this look right here. You can always mess with whatever you're doing on defense. A lot of people are afraid to break their deep blues. Like right here, I'm in cover 3, and I manned up Munnerlin out here, right here. I manned him up, so I lost a deep blue. That's perfectly fine, honestly. I don't think there's an issue with that, as long as with bar right here, I keep it in mind that I go and user that part of the field, or at least am able to get over there if a route does develop in that direction. So we're gonna send it one more time. This might actually be the end of the video. If you guys need help on quick adjusting, if you are wondering how if you don't know how to yet, but you're watching schemes videos this year, I'm sorry you haven't learned how to yet. It saves your life. Like, you can stay on your middle linebacker, and I can say put Everson Griffin to blitz now, or I can put him to man up on Gronk. Like, oh, whoops, to man up on Gronk, all while I'm still on my middle linebacker. So it's really helpful in that aspect. If I was to do this setup right here, I just need to make sure with bar that I'm using this left side of the field in case if anything goes to the flat there, I have to take it because look, there's nobody else there. There's nobody else there. So watch this scream in at Tom Brady. It's actually a screen, and it probably would have actually had a decent pickup because I wasn't able to use her over there in time. But it's a really nice defense, this nickel. Sending only 3 men. You have, guys, you have 8 men in coverage. You have 7 guys and a user. You're only sending 3. You're sending 3. You can get whatever you want out of these 2 D linemen. You can cross man. You can put them in spies in case they have a fast QB. Obviously, against Tom Brady, you're not going to do that. But this defense, with the strong safety shifting down a middle linebacker, if it's a coverage line or a coverage corner, like I put Deion Sanders here in MUT, if you guys notice, it really does help. It takes away one extra hole route. So usually I'll man it up, cross man it on the closest wide receiver like this. So it'd be on like Amendola right here, and then I would probably another advanced maneuver here. If you guys want to dedicate extra attention to a wide receiver, just click Y, A, and then click whatever wide receiver you want the extra attention. So if I want more attention on Hogan out there, I'm going to click B and then click A again. And look at that. It's going to spotlight his route. So whatever he runs, it will, look at that. Look at all the extra attention it dedicated right there with the cloud flat out to him. That's basically what it looks like. Now, if your opponent does come out in something like this, if they're going to be probably running the ball, it's best to ditch the idea of blitzing and just crash your D-line towards the blitz. And not to mention, if you really need to, this is a really advanced maneuver too. Man up that corner on the running back. Up right there. And that will actually fill the hole even better if they are running the ball. Look at that. That's so nice. The run fits are so nice. But basically, that's all it is. It's Nickel Blitz 2 using, you can use the cover 3 look or the actual Nickel Blitz 2 look. Or you can go into Tampa 2 or man coverage. You can do really anything. Like quickly, I was going to end the video right there. I can go to cover 2 man right here and set up this exact same thing with Trey Wayne's blitzing and then picking up that extra man that was forgotten about, or that I got rid of with Trey Wayne's blitzing there. That's all it takes. And heck, all I have to do is guard the running back. Now, if he comes out of the backfield, the running back is mine. Right there, he goes to block. I get just a free user job right here. Now, he did a great job of picking that up. We didn't scream very hard. But, again, out of single back, things do get glitchy from time to time. So, anyways, that is this episode of, honestly, the best defensive scheme in Madden. I feel like it is. I feel like it is easily. And I've really enjoyed it. I have. A lot of people are, really hate Nickel Blitz, but it's like when you're facing tough guys, playing games for money, playing wagers for coins, there is nothing wrong with coming out and running a good defense. The only thing is it might not make you better for Madden 18 around the corner. So if you're working specifically on making adjustments, learning, hey, I'm gonna put Sendejo here on a bluff blitz. Oh shoot, I screwed that up hardcore. I'm gonna put Sendejo on a bluff blitz here. Show my play art. Gosh dang, there it is, on a bluff blitz, so then he can cover whatever LeGarrette Blount might be doing out of the backfield, but still stay in a cloud flat over here. So, like if you take a peek here, I gotta use up the controller, and it's a draw, of course, but you get what I'm saying. It's learning how to adjust to your opponent and learning what type of defenses stop certain types of situations. And you can do that all out of nickel, sending different looks, being random with it. enjoy it, guys. Enjoy it. And heck, actually, I'm going to throw in one more defense for you guys just for the heck of it because we have a tad bit of time. I've recorded for a while, but I want to give you guys one more here, and it's really good. I'm sure you guys know about this. This is going to be the simplest setup of all of them. It's going to be corner blitz 3. You're going to click it. This is particularly helpful if your opponent is running something like gun bunch, or tight doubles on is a great one. We're just going to go to gun bunch since that's such a popular formation, and we're just going to run a random play like Pat's Sale right here. Look at this. You see this? It's going to be, it's Newman over here is blitzing. So instead of baselining this time, we're just going to press and then do the same setup. Pinch D-line, crash up, pinch linebackers, and then you can do whatever, whether it's putting Griffin in man coverage and putting Floyd here in a hard flat, playing clouds on the outsides, whatever it may be, you can choose whatever you want to do out of it and get a lot of heat off the right side. Look, it looks just like nickel blitz, except you have the nickel blitz corner over here. This is your usual nickel blitzer. So it's like you could be sending it off either side. So right here when I snap it, it is going to come screaming in off the edge. And it really didn't even get picked up. It was more Trey Waynes just glitched into the block there. I'll run it one more time. So we're just going to come in. Sending 3 or 4 is definitely best out of this here. Trey Waynes coming in hot, and he did get picked up. That's weird. I know in regs it's definitely different than MUT salary cap or in MUT. Definitely try to use these in Madden Ultimate Team because, gosh, do these blitzes fly in, and they're really tough to pick up. You guys have probably seen it before. They're very difficult to pick up, and if you do the right adjustments and make your correct overall defensive adjustments throughout the game, not just pre-play adjustments, actually adjusting to your opponent, this is the best